We live in a world that runs on code and silicon. But have you ever stopped to ask who actually builds it all? I mean, who has the real-world capacity to invent, manufacture, and scale the technology that shapes our lives? It's about so much more than just cool apps. We're talking about the deep tech, the industrial muscle, and the sheer ability to turn a brilliant idea in a lab into a reality for millions. It's really about who has the playbook for success. So, in this explainer, we're going on a world tour of the 15 nations that are absolutely leading the charge. We're going to break down the unique strategies that got them to the top, what they dominate today, and where they're aiming for tomorrow. All right, let's kick off our world tour. First up, the United States. It's a powerhouse that fused its top-tier universities, its aggressive venture capital scene, and its defense labs into this incredible innovation engine. That's why it dominates in things like GPUs and foundational AI, not to mention private spaceflight. Now, the big push is all about scaling AI reliably and bringing advanced manufacturing back home. Hopping over to Japan, here, a post-war culture of Kaizen, that's a relentless focus on continuous improvement, built a world-class system for precision manufacturing. You see it in their industrial robots and optics. But what's next is fascinating. They're tackling their aging population head-on by developing elder care robots and pioneering solid-state batteries. From Japan's robots to Germany's legendary factory floors, Germany built its strength on a deep tradition of precision engineering and applied research networks. That's what made it an export machine for high-end machinery. Their next big play is called Industry 4.0, basically wiring up those amazing factories with industrial AI and leading the shift to green electrification. Next up, South Korea. Just an incredible story of super-fast, focused industrialization. It was driven by the massive scale of their chaebols, thanks Samsung, and just huge investments in R&D. That playbook made them a global leader in memory chips and 5G. Now they're aiming for the very top tier of chip manufacturing and rolling out robotics in their smart cities. Now for Switzerland, where a deep culture of precision meets world-class universities like ETH Zurich. That combination makes it a global anchor for biotech and advanced medical technology. What's really interesting is their future focus on the micro level. They're pushing deep into personalized medicine and developing the photonics that are essential for quantum computing. Let's head to Sweden. Here, a mix of strong public education and a design-first, export-oriented mindset created global wins in areas like telecoms and clean tech. Now they're leveraging that expertise to scale up battery production for all of Europe and building a real niche in privacy-first, trustworthy AI. You know, Singapore is a complete masterclass in strategic planning. They deliberately built themselves into a deep tech hub with smart investments in talent, IP protection, and logistics. Today, they excel in advanced manufacturing and biopharma, and they're now targeting supercritical future markets, advanced chip packaging, and green aviation fuels. The United Kingdom really thrives on a unique mix of elite university science and very dynamic creative industries. That fusion has given them deep strengths in foundational AI research and has made London the undisputed capital of fintech. Looking ahead, the UK is leaning hard into its research strengths, focusing on biotech platforms and taking a lead role in AI safety. Over in the Netherlands, we see proof that size isn't everything. These concentrated public-private ecosystems, like the famous one in Eindhoven, gave birth to ASML. That's the company that builds the ridiculously complex lithography machines that the entire world needs for advanced chips. Their goal? Keep pushing the limits of EUV chipmaking while also dominating high-yield agri tech. Now to Finland. After the mobile phone boom, their incredibly resilient R&D culture pivoted away from relying on one company to building broad expertise. That heritage led to leadership in telecom standards and cybersecurity. Now, Finland is looking over the horizon, with its eyes set on defining 6G and pioneering technologies for a true circular economy. Israel's famous startup nation model is fueled by a unique pipeline, turning cutting-edge military R&D into commercial home runs. This has created a dense, aggressive ecosystem for cybersecurity and computer vision. Their future? It lies in fusing AI with security and developing the kind of climate-resilient agriculture our changing world desperately needs. And now, China. Its strategy of state-guided investment and just massive industrial scaling has turned it into an absolute hardware giant. It dominates the production of EVs, batteries, and solar panels. The crucial focus for them right now is a strategic push for technological independence, especially in semiconductors, and scaling up their own industrial robotics. France has always excelled at large-scale, complex engineering. Supported by its elite engineering schools, the Grandes Écoles, and deep public research, it built a world-class aerospace industry and became a leader in nuclear power. Now they're applying that same big project mindset to developing things like small modular reactors and sustainable aviation fuels. Back in North America, Canada has done a fantastic job of cultivating powerful research clusters. This has made them a leader in foundational deep learning research. The next vital step in their playbook is to translate that academic strength into real-world applications, especially in healthcare, while also building out their promising work in quantum sensors. And finally, our last stop, Taiwan. A hyper-focused, government-backed strategy made it the undisputed global leader in advanced chip manufacturing, all centered on the giant TSMC. Their focus remains laser-sharp, pushing chip technology beyond the 2-nanometer barrier and mastering the advanced packaging needed to put it all together. Okay, so after that whirlwind global tour, a really clear pattern starts to emerge. You see, despite all their different cultures and histories, every single one of these nations follows a surprisingly similar playbook for building technological strength. And this right here, this is that playbook. It all starts with sustained long-term investment in education and R&D. Then you need to create these dense clusters where industry, labs, and universities can all mix. It has to be fueled by patient capital and strong IP rules. And then, the final, most crucial step. You have to master the art of turning that science into reliable, scaled production. But, understanding this playbook isn't just some academic exercise. It's actually more critical than ever, because these national capabilities are being aimed squarely at the biggest technological shifts of the coming decade. Think about it. AI is becoming basic infrastructure. Advanced chips and clean energy are the absolute bottlenecks for all future progress. We're seeing a global industrial renaissance, a biorevolution in medicine, and the rise of climate tech as a core national capability. These are the arenas where these national playbooks will really decide the winners and losers. So, at the end of the day, this is the crucial point. Being technically advanced isn't just about having the flashiest new gadget anymore. It's really a measure of a nation's capacity to convert ideas into the complex, reliable systems that actually run our daily lives. These 15 nations are at the top because they built the institutions to learn and the industrial muscle to build. After seeing all these different approaches, from hyper-focused strategies to these broad innovation ecosystems, I've got a question for you. Which country's playbook surprised you the most? Let us know what you think down in the comments.